Can you start an ordinance violation, use Plowman Park? I'll be out with a vehicle, Adam Queen Young, 5545. Adam Queen Young, 5545, out of the state of Washington.
244, I copied the license plate. Could you repeat which park you're at?
I'm currently out at a crime prevention screen at Plowman Park.
No.
Hello, sir. I'm Sergeant Oligny from the Sheriff's Office.
Not the city?
Nope, not the city. How are you today?
What can I help you with?
Could I see some ID from you, sir?
What do I do illegal?
Well, we have a county ordinance that prohibits camping in the park. And by the appearance of your vehicle,
Just the appearance of my vehicle?
by the appearance of the vehicle, shoes outside the car, all the windows covered, I think it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you were temporarily lodging here.
Well, I think you're being unreasonable.
All right, well,
My windows are not all covered.
yeah, actually they all are. And your shoes are stationed outside your vehicle. So I'd like to see some ID, please.
I think you're misinterpreting the law of camping.
All right, well,
What does it say exactly? Because just camping? What's the definition of camping?
the county ordinance says that it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you are using the vehicle as lodging. So I would like to see some ID, please.
Yeah, what's a reasonable definition of
I'm not
camping?
going to sit here and debate. That's
what you're doing.
That's an idea for the court system, sir.
Okay.
I'm doing my job. I'd like to see some ID. No, you can stay right here.
Am I under detainment?
Yes, you are being detained.
Okay.
So, because of your detainment, I would like to see some ID, please.
All right. Well, I mean, I can identify myself. You don't even tell me who you are.
Sergeant Oligny, right here.
Oligny?
Oligny, my badge number is 244. I'm with the Outagamie Sheriff's Office.
And you're a field training officer.
Could I see some identification,
Okay.
please?
Well, I mean, yeah, my last name's Hines.
Could I see an identification that identifies you, sir?
Oligney.
We can go round and round, or I can put you in handcuffs and I can take you to jail for the county ordinance violation.
Well, I think it's unreasonable for you to do that because I'm not camping. I mean, you want to take me before a judge and have the judge.
Can you can we not do this?
What do you mean? Well, you're approaching me.
Because you are violating what I believe is a county ordinance.
Okay, I'm parked in the parking lot. I'm within the spaces, right?
You also have your vehicle, you have all of your windows covered.
Okay.
You have part of your clothing outside of the vehicle, indicating that you are using this vehicle for your occupancy.
Clothing, okay. Yeah, you're using a very tight. Well, I mean, we can see what the prosecutor says if you want to charge me, I guess.
All I'd like to do, sir, is have a conversation. Know who I'm dealing with.
No, we're beyond conversation. This isn't just some friendly conversation. I'm detained.
You are.
All right.
While I investigate a county ordinance violation.
I invoke my rights. Oligny. I mean, I can tell you my name, sure. It's Hines, like I said. You tell me your last name, I told you my last name.
What's your first name?
It doesn't sound so much like you want to charge me.
What is your first name, Travis?
I guess
I never want to charge anybody. What I'd like to do is usually part of my job is investigate who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And have a conversation.
I know who you are.
And encourage cooperation with the law.
Sure, yeah.
Investigate whether you actually are camping or not.
Okay.
And then if I make the decision that you're not violating the law, we can end the confrontation and I can move on.
Okay. Encourage cooperation with the law. How about uphold the law?
What is your first name, sir?
You took an oath, right?
What is your first name?
Okay. You see S? What's S?
What is your first name, sir?
Oligny, what's S?
I've identified myself far enough that I need to under the policies of my sheriff's office.
And the Constitution.
There's no constitutional wording anywhere that says that I have to identify myself.
Exactly, the Fourth Amendment.
You do, though, when I'm investigating ordinance violation.
Well, I suspect you of committing a crime too, violating my rights. So I'd like to know who you are. Who's violating my rights? So like me. What's your first name? And I'll tell you my first name.
Mr. Hines?
Yep.
I'm looking for your first name and your middle initial and your birthday.
All I'm asking is your first name. Well, and yeah, I'd like to hear your birthday as well. I'm willing to exchange that information with you.
Okay. At this point, I've got you. You're now resisting.
Yep. Oh,
because
I'm willing to
under Wisconsin law, Wisconsin law, you have when I have a right to detain you, which I do.
And
you have an obligation to identify yourself.
You do too. You have to tell me who
I have identified myself.
I don't know.
We're going round and round and round.
What is S? It's a simple question.
244.
It's a simple question. You got to get it back up so you can arrest me?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, well...
244, could I get a second unit here? I've got a gentleman refusing to cooperate.
No, I'm willing to cooperate. I'm willing to exchange information. I want to know who you are.
Copy. Is there any units near Plum Park available to assist 244?
Well, yeah, get your sheriff. I think you're misinterpreting the law. This is going to go before the judge.
That's what I guess...
They're just going to drop it.
No, they're not.
They're going to drop this charge because
you're resisting now.
No, there's a minimum for...
Wisconsin statute 94641. You're from the state of Washington. You're not familiar.
Yeah, and the minimum is just tell your name.
I have told you my name.
No, you didn't. You know your full name?
I'm Sergeant O'Ligny.
What's your full name?
I don't need to tell you my first name.
Is that going to be on the ticket? Whatever the charge?
My identification will be on the ticket. Yes.
Okay, your badge number, your full name. You know, I got to.
And until you, I can't even issue the ticket.
How am I going to bring you before court if I don't have your full name?
I'll make sure you appear. Because you'll be held in jail until you identify yourself.
I'm willing to identify who I am. This is my
244. I've got a male party here who's refusing to identify himself and cooperate.
Based on a false premise, too. On top of all of that, you're doing on a false premise.
That's what the court is for.
Yeah, that's for the court because we can't argue it on the streets.
No, we can't.
But we need to know who each other are.
244, I'm sorry, I'm getting talked over here.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
We need to know who each other is. Okay.
I've already identified myself to you.
That's the minimum.
Code 3, please, for now.
Yeah, I'll take your time. Okay. Yeah, we got all day. It's a nice Sunday to take it easy. All right, well, I'd be sitting in jail over your failure to identify who you are. Do you have your body cam on?
I do. See the red light?
Okay.
The red light means it's on.
I'm going to need a copy of that. All right, for the trial.
Yeah, you can.
We're looking at a trial. We're going to jail. How far is the jail from here?
15 minutes.
Okay, I gotta.
And we'll tow your car to secure your car for you.
Tow my car. It's legally parked.
But if it's left here overnight, which you'll probably be.
I'm gonna be in jail tonight. Oh, I'm not.
Because right now you're resisting.
You're resisting. What? I just need to know your name, and then
I've told you, Sergeant O'Ligny, for at least the fourth time.
I told you my last name, Hines. How hard is that to get?
What is your birthday?
Okay, let's hear your birthday, and I'll tell you mine.
I don't have an obligation to tell you my birthday.
And why is that?
You do because you are under investigation.
Yeah, and you're under investigation as well, in a way because you're violating my rights.
There's no investigation right now.
I have civil rights.
I'm not under investigation. I'm conducting a law enforcement activity. You're not going back in the car.
You won't let me get back in my car. Okay.
You're not going back in the car.
I'm under arrest.
You're detained, and I control your movements.
You can put me in cuffs right now. Put me in the back of your car. Okay, all right. Let me set this down.
Stop preaching.
All right. You're taking it. This escalation training for you. You're the training officer, and you're escalating this. Was I called in? Why are you showing up in the first place? Was there a complaint?
What I'm going to do now, sir, is safety lock these up so they don't tighten up on you.
Were you called? O'Ligny?
Step over here by my car, sir.
All right. And make sure my stuff gets in my car, too.
We'll secure your car for you.
No, I need the stuff inside my car. I can't sit overnight with things outside it. Yeah, you've gone way beyond.
Spread your feet, sir.
Your duty.
I gave you plenty of opportunity to comply and to provide identification.
You can't properly identify who you are. Way beyond. This is excessive force. beyond your duty. How long have you been working as a cop? And you're a training officer too, Oligny. Field training officer. Unbelievable. 15 minutes, huh? But do you give me a ride back to my car?
No.
Now how am I going to get back? I have to walk all the way back. That's incredible. Just minding my own business, sitting in my car, not camping. I mean, what's the problem? I'm in a park.
And the seat
Camping,
right there.
there used to be something that'd be like in a city hall parking lot or something.
.244, I have one detained.
244, copy, 1 detained.
Camping means in any singular or group activity.
I get 121. I'm saying.
9121, send for.
Including automobiles, sleeping bags. Am I gonna be in? We're gonna be sitting and waiting for your. Oh, there's your backup. Okay. I love you. Be safe. Wait, is this an open window? Okay. Motor vehicles and snowmobiles. Yeah, I need my stuff in my car. So just being in a vehicle, I'd like to hear that phone call. What was the complaint? So like,
9558, parking complaint.
oh, look at that. Wow, you found an
1137
ID.
Commercial Street, code 4000.
You better charge me with camping too. Make it a full range of charges here.
What started off as a very simple contact turned into
Just the name. He won't give you.
a failure to identify, and now he's resisting. So
Two charges. Failure to resist.
Just the one, 244, 1001. Where in the park are you?
I think you misinterpreted the failure to ID.
244 271. I've got 9121 with me. You guys can slow down, but I'll be right by the lake, the main parking lot.
I'm pretty sure failure to ID isn't exactly in there resisting.
An obligation to identify yourself once you're detained is a requirement under Wisconsin law.
Yeah, and there's a minimum for that too. You don't just have to hand over your everything, all your paperwork. You could tell your name. You heard my name. It's Hines. Once again, Hines.
That's not a complete
Hines.
identification, sir.
Well, why don't you completely identify who you are? You're the authority. You shouldn't have anything to hide. I think you're a dirty cop. You don't win awards. You earn discipline records. And this is a jailable offense. That's incredible.
Potentially. Or I could write a ticket too,
Well, yeah, you could. You see, I'm not violent.
and I might still. See, I have that option, depending on how.
I'm willing to go before the judge. I'll say that.
Okay, well,
I'm fighting it for sure. But I mean,
All right.
I think I got to go to jail. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's
I don't.
15 minutes away. I'm willing to talk to the judge for sure. Oh, what do we got here? Olignus? Race expired. Oh, that's for Wisconsin, right?
Correct.
Nice colorful screen.
Oops.
248.
NZ.
Excel has that vehicle, the road's open up today.
Travis. We gotta find out who you are. I'd like to see what they say about you on the internet. I'm gonna need your training records. I'm gonna need your discipline records.
I don't have those available. You'll have to.
No. That's gonna be subpoena stuff.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
okay.
I mean, I'm gonna subpoena those because I'm sure I can't just do a public records request. I usually get denied for those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
That'll
that
be up for you to take up with our administration.
No, yeah. I'm gonna need that for impeachment material at my trial.
Okay.
We got Kantner, Kantner.
Yep.
And he's city police, Appleton Police.
That's correct.
Five two.
Yeah, you're probably going off of that recent Supreme Court ruling, huh? Get a little tougher on us.
On who?
The recent Supreme Court ruling that said that you guys could be harder. You could be harder on people in the parks. There's no Eighth Amendment protection.
Five two. I copy. There's no need to go back over there. I made contact with the subject we were looking for already.
Just requested all of Blakeney's training records.
10-4. 264.
So is your current address on East Huron Street in Aberdeen, Washington?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll plead the
He's
fifth.
got a Washington ID. Moved out of state. Looks like a
All right. Well, since I have no current ID or current address, I have no choice but to confine you, which is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's funny.
We could have handled it with ordinance tickets, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's your choice.
No, it's your choice. You're the one choosing not to identify yourself.
You don't identify who you are. What?
I've obligated.
You make it sound like you don't even hear about that Supreme Court ruling. You're not up to date on that. That's interesting. You're just a tyrant overall.
I'm not a tyrant, sir.
The way you're treating me, I get that impression. I mean, how can you convince me otherwise? Besides this interaction.
How would you like, if we end up taking you to jail, how would you like your cameras and property secured? I can't. You've got your car locked.
I want them with me.
I'm not taking them with me. So
why not? What's the reason for that?
I'm not taking all of your property with you. I'm not a moving company.
What are you talking about?
I'm not a tow company.
There's plenty of room.
That's not my responsibility,
that's
sir.
not articles of clothing.
It's not my responsibility to bring your personal cameras with you, sir.
You're being ridiculous. That is not taking up any room.
Travis, how would you like me to secure those cameras in your vehicle for you?
The only reason that you're not willing to take those cameras...
I'm assuming that maybe there's a fob in here then.
Yeah, they could fit in there.
We have a key here. Can you see if that unlocks the car?
Medical non-emergency construction of male patient.
You're taking my bag? You're taking my bag, but you can't take those cameras.
Because this was on you. Those cameras are not property that... Travis, I don't understand. Really, Travis, I don't understand why... I don't understand.
The law?
No, I understand the law. I'm very good at the law, and I'm operating well within... It does not... There's another key in here. What I'm trying to get across to you, I don't know what your experience with other law enforcement officers are, but if you... I don't like writing tickets to people. I don't even like arresting people.
That's your choice.
No, it's actually your choice.
No, you're making the choice.
Because you failed to identify yourself.
How unreasonable is it to ask you for your name?
I gave you my name several times.
Heinz. It's Heinz. What's so hard
That
about
doesn't either? That doesn't completely identify yourself.
What do you think the minimum is for identifying?
Oh gosh, we're going round and round and round here.
No, it's not round and round.
The minimum obligation for a person who is subject to a law enforcement investigation is your first name, your middle name, and your last name, and a birthday. That's all. And that's all I needed. And you did not provide that.
You're going above and beyond minimum then, because we don't need to provide birthdays.
Yes, you do. It's the only way to positively identify who you are. To separate you from any other Travis Hines that...
First of all, you've gone beyond. And how am I going to know...
Okay. This is exhausting, Travis. I was trying to get this situation on this nice Sunday afternoon. That you identify yourself, I verify you have no outstanding warrants, and I say, are you camping here or what are you doing? And if you would have said, no, I'm not camping, I would have said, Travis,
no.
You didn't say that. We didn't even get to that point.
I asked you what your...
We didn't get to that. We didn't get to that because you never identified yourself.
Listen, you're being really stupid about all this, okay?
I'm really not, actually. I got to move my car so this lady can potentially access her van.
All right, this needs to be brought before somebody higher than you.
Okay, we can do that, Travis. So neither one of those keys work?
No, but I was just telling you. He's got the window down.
So this is magnetized, windows down, but there is mesh on the other side. I wonder if you could just drop them in there if you need to.
We can probably do that. So Hold on.
Yeah, they show that the windows are down. If it rains tonight, it's going to get wet in there.
10-4, I copy.
Here's the thing, Travis. And I've
about this.
got my camera rolling. I'm trying to be smart about it.
Please. You've not been so far.
See, that's where we disagree.
Okay, all right. That's what we need, a supervisor.
And we can agree to disagree.
This is going to be dropped. I guarantee you.
I think having all of your food gear and everything right inside that window,
Food gear? Oh,
your camping equipment and all of that right inside there, I think it's reasonable.
there's no fires outside. There's no tents set out.
You read what the county ordinance says.
Just something about, I saw a car, but that's so broad and general.
I know.
It should be
Yeah.
thrown out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what you're.
Or what we could have done, Travis, if we could rewind this whole contact,
between cars.
is to verify who you are, identify a current address, even if that means that you're currently unhoused, which is the status of a lot of people.
I'm in the status of traveling. I'm
And I guess we likely could have ended this, and you'd have already been back on your way.
Going to jail. So
But-
you want to make things worse.
No, what I'm trying to do is, can we get to a place where?
Ultimately, you want me to show up to court.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want you
You need
to.
me to show up to
Are
court.
they all
No,
getting held?
what I needed is for you to understand my position. What I needed was to get your identification. What I needed is to verify that you weren't violating any other major crimes, which it doesn't appear that you are.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can't.
And so that I can investigate, do a thorough investigation, and likely send you on your way. But you resisted every effort of that, Travis.
Cops not identify themselves.
Well, when you retrieve the video from my department, you will see that I identified myself plenty of times.
And so I identify myself in the same way, and your standards.
You did. It's not my standards. It's the law standards.
I'm not obligated to tell you any name. That's a Fourth Amendment right.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah,
That's
you-
your interpretation.
yeah, you see where-
Even though there's Wisconsin statute that says that you.
You only saw the camping statute.
All right. All right. Man, I don't understand why we have to do this, Travis. I really don't. But if you're not going to tell me what your current address is,
I'm willing to tell you everything. Where do you live?
what is your current
Let's
address?
hear your address, and I'll tell you mine.
I have no obligation to tell you my home address.
Okay, and that's because you have a Fourth Amendment right. Okay, and that's what we assert in court.
244, 291, car to car. Is that you in the parking lot here?
Oh yeah. 3 sheriffs. When this gets known by the public, this is not going to look good for you. Think about the public. What's the public going to think of this?
I think the public is going to appreciate the thoroughness that I represent with the Outagamie Sheriff's
Lack of
Office.
thoroughness, and tell me your name.
Okay. There might be 1 or 2 people who side with you, but I think most people would realize that I did very, very professionally my job today.
Okay, I'll tell you this taking me to jail will delay the public finding out. So this is to your advantage.
I don't care when the public finds out.
You don't care that you work for the public.
I do care.
You represent the public.
I care every day.
Opinion.
Oh, I didn't say that. When did I say that?
You said you don't care.
I don't care about when they find out,
That's
is what I said.
What does that lead me to ask?
I don't do my job based off of keeping the public from finding out. I'm not a sneaky cop. And this conversation right now, Travis, is also being recorded.
You're not a sneaky
Even though your cameras are no longer recording,
Yeah, I hope you are.
I am. I absolutely
You
am.
Strip me of my First Amendment right.
First Amendment right is not been stripped. No.
9204.
No, the cameras that I was holding, the recordings
want to come off of
have been
Blueberry,
removed from me.
and there's the
And
factory
systematically,
Pro Am or
and
something
I
that
haven't lost my first
Is that who's that over there? Is that 291?
She's right off those tracks back there.
Right over there.
I copy. I'm at Kensington College.
Drive through. Did he park?
Yeah, he's right over there.
9204 if you were 2717.
Yeah, it must be.
supervisor, maybe?
2717. 3717 is a UA hazard. 41 northbound and northbound
Yeah.
on the off ramp. 41
Comes back to
northbound
him.
and northbound on the off ramp. The road is looking
Wayne
appears to be
Lee.
bustling by the South Lake Court.
Hamung, huh?
Hey, is that you right across the parking lot?
233.
Are you here?
Come on.
Are you here?
There's a lot of backup traffic in this list.
I think you should probably come here. Yeah.
233.
Okay, I can head there.
Perfect.
From up north, so it'll just be a little bit.
Okay. Right.
What's the name of your sheriff?
Sheriff Clint Krewalt.
Clint
Last unit
Prewalt.
calling.
Krewalt with a K. With a K.
Go ahead.
It sounds like Prewalt.
Well, I don't know how else to say it to you. It's a K.
Well, the way, I mean, I'm just trying to go off. Can you, if you can spell it, it starts with a K?
K. Yes. KRIEWALDT.
Just shutting down the
Prewalt.
441 southbound at Northland Avenue. We have a
Expires in July.
The tags, yeah, I'm gonna pay. Well, if I can keep my car, I mean, I was planning on buying another sticker. Yeah, this is making it a little difficult, and it's your choice.
One 630 or 6:05.
Water, please.
707.
3707, I have the
Cameras on top
accident
of my car, still
3001
windows
West
are
4th
open.
Street. 3001 West 4th Street, apartment number 5. It's going to be a code 4. The RP's vehicle was hit in the parking lot, unknown when or who. RP was waiting outside for you. Yeah.
They cost $500 each.
7-4.
You may not like them, but they're valuable. These cameras.
So, your registration shows 340 West Elm Street in Lava Hot Springs.
Okay, I'm looking at.
In the state of Idaho, even though you have Washington registration,
Yeah, I gotta use another address.
your
Wow, you got some information there.
driver's license
I'm a traveler. That's all I can say. I travel.
and shows 405 East Huron Street.
You got a traveler in your car right now. You've arrested a traveler. All right. Now this is how you treat travelers.
Okay, so
People,
which is your current address, Travis?
Which is my current address?
Which is your current
It
address?
all looks. I mean, I don't know why I'm being arrested. I think I should probably just go to jail.
Well, see, I get to choose that, and I think I'm just going to write you a ticket.
All right. Well, the sooner I get let out, the sooner I run over to a Walmart and use a nice fast upload speed to get this video up and complaining and letting people know.
And that does not intimidate me at all.
Okay, good. Good. You know,
That does not intimidate me. I know that's your goal, is to try to
Get information.
intimidate me and then get a harsh reaction from me.
well, you're pushing it beyond.
I know that's what I know. That's
It's news. Do you call news people intimidators? Is that what you're saying? People
no. I think
news?
people who
Okay, this guy wants to be let out. On your left, this guy's taking off. Yeah, and I'm a news reporter, okay?
And I know, but what you're trying to do is get a reaction out of me so that there's some flamboyant response, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give. I'm not going to give that type of reaction.
I'm not silent on arrests. I'm not silent on.
You don't need to be.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. That's your right.
Okay.
I understand what your rights are, Travis.
We'll debate that at court.
Okay.
I have motions to file. The
right.
first one's going to be motion for discovery of evidence,
Okay.
and I want to have your training records, your discipline records,
All right.
and your police policies or sheriff policies. I'm going to need to see those policies that you refer to, so those are all relevant. And I'm assuming I should probably get the heck out of this park. I don't want... Were you called, or are you showing up on your own part of patrol?
That will be included in my narrative.
You're not going to tell me in this moment.
Anybody else?
There's lots of information that you... See, that's the thing, Travis, is you want me to give all kinds of information.
I'll find out eventually.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Make it harder on me.
No. I wanted this contact from the beginning to be a share of information.
Exactly. Well, that's all I want. I want to find out your first name eventually.
You're correct. It'll be on my ticket.
And we could do it in the moment, or are you going to put your full name?
It'll be on the ticket.
Spell it S. Okay.
It'll be on there.
All right. I'd like to. Yeah. All right. And this is just the start of gathering information. You've given me something to do. You're taking my focus from traveling and now putting it on you. Okay, on your charge against me. I wanted to drive around Lake Michigan, but I'm going to stick around here and get some information. Because I got to find out where your courthouse is.
It'll be on the ticket.
And I'll be recording the courthouse on my visits to the courthouse.
Okay.
I mean, it's a necessity for my protection as I visit and try to talk to the Do you know the name of your prosecutor? By chance, or you don't need to tell me.
That's all public records. You can search those.
I'll just go to their office and find out what's and demands to see the evidence before they hold a trial against me. And I question whether I'll qualify for a jury or not, depending on.
You can pay for that for an ordinance ticket.
No. No.
There's a fee for that.
No, I'm not paying anything.
Oh well, you can take that up with the court.
I got indigency. I'm going to claim indigenacy. So you have arrested a poor guy in a park. It's not. You can't get more pathetic than that.
You're not pathetic. You're a human being.
No, I said the situation is pathetic. Yeah, I take great pride in how I live.
And you should.
Yes. I'm doing the right things. I'm healthy. Mostly, I'm healthy. I'm older. I have my old problems, but I'm still mostly healthy. I'm doing the right thing.
You're not old because I'm not. You're not that much younger than I am, and I don't consider myself old, Travis.
I'm not that girl who was on the bridge who you almost had to shut the traffic down for. I was minding my own business.
3171.
If I were to guess, I would say that somebody called. And I want to get that phone call to hear what they have to say. There's freaking disc golfers. Usually they've been pretty friendly to me when I've parked at disc golf courses before. But if they've actually called the cops on me, this is a first. And that'll be a great title. Disc golf. At the disc golf cart. At the disc golf course, cops are calling on me.
Outagamie to State 317. Outagamie.
A ticket at the disc golf course.
317, Outagamie, go ahead.
What if I wasn't in my car? What if I was outside my car playing disc golf? It wouldn't have turned into this. It was because I was in my car. That's where you go hands on. This is a parking ticket, and not even that. You've gone beyond. Oh, somebody's getting out of their car. This lady wants to get left out. Get out. A parking violation turns into an arrest. I made sure not to park in the handicap spots. There's no fire hydrant. You're not coming because of a parking issue. Because of the appearance of my car. What if I was in an RV? That's like, RVs are singled out. You're in an RV in a park, that's camping. Good enough. What the car looks like. That's amazing.
291 to 244. Car to car.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm about 5 minutes out. What's your exact 20 in the front there?
Right, the main parking lot by the lake.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big part of the parking lot. I chose this specifically too, because I thought this would be the friendlier part. So I saw that there's parking in.
Are you willing to provide a current phone number, Travis?
I don't have a phone plan.
Okay.
I got email. I could provide you email. I could provide my Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok. I don't have a phone. I can't afford that.
Gotcha. Alright.
Those guys could have called you on me for all I know. All these people are suspect. Need them all on camera. They're gonna be witnesses.
That was correct there.
Earl William.
No, 63.
Oh, from your messages, Flex sounds familiar. You know, sitting like this isn't good for my hiatal hernia.
So 2004 Ford Focus.
Yeah, you make the money. You make a lot more money than I do. And I should ask that. How much do you make a year?
233.
Control V.
233.
Queen Young.
I'm being advised that you can clear.
10-4. I'm going to stay in the screen for a moment to add some notes.
5545.
Yeah, make sure that everything's up to date. Just try to keep you guys off my back, you know. It'd be a worse state if I wasn't keeping my
I'm still
documents
waiting a
up to
couple minutes
date.
here for the parties at
That doesn't mean I'm obligated to just
but
hand
I took
them
care of the
over at a
911
moment's
on
request.
Prospect, so you can quick send that to me. I talked to the caller. No, it's not transferred. Do you want me to check behind your current phone?
2004 Ford Focus. 04.
Transferred.
Yeah, it's still running. It's an old car, but it's still running. About 128,000 miles on it. Still got a ways to go on it. I try to minimize my driving. Try to make my driving efficient.
Good maintenance will do that.
No, it's also just not driving a whole lot. Driving slow. You don't got any speeding tickets on me or any traffic infractions.
Affirmative advising
And there's a reason for that.
At Narvar, 2333 West Wisconsin. The vehicle's running, going inside.
10-4, you just sent some.
Please send that to you. You can send me that lockdown just down the road. 10-4.
I'm a little surprised how busy this place got. I thought it wouldn't be as busy. It didn't look as busy on Google Maps. It was empty when the satellite hovered over and took its picture. But then I get cars on my left and right and all over this place. On a Sunday, I guess. I was trying to avoid the playgrounds. I was trying to avoid the sports, the baseball game area. I didn't think anybody would be swimming today. It seemed a little chilly. I suppose it's open though. It's had some hot days. You have that construction that limits how people drive. You get the impression that some people have stopped coming here because of the construction.
I think our numbers have been down a bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, when I saw that construction, I thought people just kind of give up and maybe wait another month or two and see, then maybe check it out again. Yeah, this would be a lot different if my car was unoccupied, and that's what I would argue in court, is that this is a parking ticket gone crazy with a wild police officer. Because this is a parking issue. Just mine. I mean, not if I wasn't in that car, if I was out playing, walking around. I know I was intending to walk around. I mean, can a guy rest before he goes for a walk? I got my walking. Those are walking sticks, which you see on top of the car. I mean, to associate that with camping is ridiculous. So if you put that in your report, that's, well, I shouldn't even be warning you about that. I'll let you do that.
Well, you did bring up a very good point that I'll mention to you. Did include into my decision.
The sticks?
Is the fact that you were occupying the car.
Yep, I'm inside.
Because I knew that the car was occupied.
You did? Because you heard
Sure.
a little bang when you're calling me in the first time you were stopped at my car? Yeah, I shuffled something out of the way. Reaching for my cameras, they're my best defense. No weapons. It's my first. I'm just exercising my First Amendment as a first. It's the first in the Constitution to be mentioned. So it's the first thing I go for is set up multiple cameras. Because you can break one, but can you break three? Can you break four? And I'm gonna have to request your partner's cameras as well.
Oh, yeah, they'll all be a part of it.
What they show. I mean, and when I do a subpoena, it has to be unredacted. This isn't just some simple public records request. I need unredacted for the trial. Unredacted, police policies and training records. Make sure all your training is up to date.
You can send me that animal call,
Can you go put... I don't want to have him reaching up. We'll just go put that over by the car. All right, Travis, step back out, please. Face my car for me. Feet together. When I take this left handcuff off, Travis, I want you to just put your arm... No, you can just put it out to your side and just don't make any fast movements with it, okay? All right, now you can face me.
Okay.
I'm going to issue your county ordinance citation and then ask that you leave the park.
Okay, I'll leave the park. Am I being trespassed from the park?
At this point, the way that your vehicle is behaving and such, and the fact that I issued you a county ordinance citation, I would say yes.
Okay, so
here's...
we got some kind of a verbal warning about trespassing on the park. Is that what you're saying?
You just have to leave the park in the manner that you're going to continue to behave.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
So you have a county ordinance citation here for camping in an unauthorized area in the park. You have a court date for this. It's September 25th at 10:30 in the morning. It says right there you're not required to appear. If you're not going to appear on September 25th, then the fine of $169 has to be paid to the Outagamie County Clerk of Courts before your court date. If
read it, okay.
Yeah.
You let me know when you're going to give it to me.
Yep, I will. So if you don't appear and you don't pay the fine, your state operating privilege in Wisconsin will be suspended. Currently, it's moved out of state. But if you don't pay this, they will suspend your Wisconsin status, and then any further operation of a vehicle in the state of Wisconsin is illegal.
Okay. If I want to get a Wisconsin driver's license, you prevent me from doing that.
No, you have to take care of this one way or the other. That's all.
If I don't take care of that, you would prevent me. The DMV would prevent me from being able to finish the process in some way of getting a driver's license in Wisconsin, as you're saying, right?
It would be a consequence
It
of.
doesn't affect Washington.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Do you have any questions on this?
Where's my bag?
We put it back over by the car. All of your property, besides your license, has all been placed back by your car.
All right. Well, I need some time to look
And this ends the contact for today.
Yeah, I just need some time to look at the directions on Garmin and find out where to go, because I didn't really make any other plans. So I need to figure out a destination. I'm not just gonna drive away and not have anywhere to go. So I need to have some time to look at.
How long is that going to take?
I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so. I want to have a good amount of time to be able to make that decision. So I'm going to figure out, I don't know, maybe where the nearest Walmart is or something.
There's 2 Walmarts here in
There's
Appleton.
one in Green Bay, and then
There's 2 here in Appleton. There's one on the south side over here, and the southeast side, and over on the west side too.
there's 3 Walmarts in the Appleton area, I believe.
There's
right?
2 actually.
There's a south one, and then there's one on the west side,
Yep.
and then there's one on the east side.
No, there's not one on the south side. There's the southeast side and the west side.
Is there one in? There's one in
Neenah,
I'd
yep.
consider that the south.
No, that's not Appleton.
That's not a part of Appleton, no.
Correct.
Okay. That's not in Outagamie County either.
No, it's not.
Neenah? That's a different county.
Correct.
Okay. And then all right, I'd probably go to the one on the west, and I need to figure out where the directions are for that and stuff.
All right. Well, carry on. You're free
Are
to go.
you recording? Morales? Yeah. Morales, you're not recording? Yeah. You are? Oh, okay. Yang, are you recording?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you're okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.